Dangerous. You don't wanna fuck around with me. You're talking to what? Goddamn. Good.
What's going on? My name is FreeRunnerX10 and welcome to a brand new video. So in today's video I thought I'd talk about Battlebit. Now I've uploaded some Battlebit videos in the past before, Battlebit Legacy and Battlebit Remastered, as there's been a variety of different tests and I've still got a lot of test footage that I can edit and turn into videos. But I wanted to make a video talking about Battlebit and where it currently is in its development cycle. Now just for clarity as we get into this video, I am a content creator. I have no developer role within Battlebit. I just look at this game as a player, somebody who wants to play this game in the future, who has high expectations and hopes for this game's success in the future, and I'm just going to show you what I've been seeing in terms of Battlebit's development over the past couple of months and where it is right now and what you need to know about Battlebit leading into the future, and hopefully what we will see within the next 6 months of the game's development cycle. So obviously Battlebit started out as a small project. It was originally called Battlebit and that is now referred to as Battlebit Legacy. It was the first attempt at making Battlebit and was pretty good for what it was, but Mr. Okidoki wasn't happy with Battlebit Legacy and so he decided to remake the game from scratch, basically building on what he'd learned from the original game that he was making and made it 10 times better. In fact, it's 1,000 times better than the original Battlebit. Now Battlebit has gone through some very interesting design decisions. Essentially Battlebit was going to be very much a hardcore low poly tactical first person shooter similar to games like Squad, Armor Free, Project Reality, that kind of thing, where it's a very milsim kind of environment, but it was very low poly. So it was a game that could be run on pretty much any computer that is very low spec with high FPS, and it's going to have very tactical elements to the game that were hardcore, like being able to drag teammates. You'd have to try and apply certain meds to your teammate if they'd been shot so that they can try and heal, but they are now scaling that back and they're not going to focus on the tactical element of the game. Instead, Battlebit is more now like a low poly Battlefield game. Now for me personally, I love Armor Free, I love the milsim tactical games like Project Reality and Squad. I also love Battlefield, and for me this is a perfect thing to have where the game is now becoming a Battlefield low poly version of Battlefield. It seems like that could work really well. It's a game that runs on a majority of systems and it looks like a game that people can easily get into and play. They plan on eventually trying to implement squad-like features, and they plan on having the game split into 2 different types of Battlebit. Essentially Battlebit will have a casual mode that will be similar to Battlefield, and then it'll have a hardcore mode which will be basically a completely different version of Battlebit that would be similar to playing Squad, Armor Free, Project Reality, that kind of thing. And that's something that they're working to in the future. They're going to be miles off doing that at this current state in development, but hopefully you're going to get a Battlefield experience from Battlebit because it is a very casual experience at the moment and it is a lot of fun, and they need to keep obviously adding new content to the game, updating it, and going through some of the major changes that they're doing right now, which I'll talk about in just a second. Now, Battlebit Remastered is in a state where the game has been optimized. The game runs really well on very low spec hardware that you'd think wouldn't be able to run Battlebit, and it runs with decent frame rates. But what is happening with Battlebit right now? Well, Mr. Okidoki, who is the lead developer and the dude who literally makes Battlebit, Mr. Battlebit himself, that's what I'm calling him after Mr. Battlefield, I guess. But Mr. Battlebit himself, Mr. Okidoki, is currently reworking the network infrastructure for the game. He's reworking the netcode, basically. The entire thing that allows the game to work as a multiplayer game is being reworked from the ground up. Essentially with Battlebit, they used a set of what was already pre-established networking infrastructures, netcode, if you will, and now Mr. Okidoki has remade it from scratch by his own hand. So this is all of his own code, and that is a big problem for Battlebit. This means that Battlebit is in probably one of the worst states that it's been in since it has been available for early access for people who are interested in actually testing the game. The netcode is going to take a number of weeks to get right. There are a lot of issues. There's a test last weekend that went horribly. There's loads of issues cropping up where people are constantly leaning while running, guns are bigger than they should be, lots of desync going on here and there. But hopefully in the future, when this all gets worked out and is hopefully at the best possible state it can be, it will be a lot better than the original networking infrastructure or netcode that was in the game that was basically already pre-built by somebody else. So hopefully that's going to make Battlebit absolutely amazing when it gets flushed out and it is complete. But what about new content that's going to be coming to the game? Well, behind the scenes, various different people are working on different things for the game. There are new maps that are being made, and there are new weapons that are being made. There's also a new attachment system that is coming to the game in the future, which is going to allow you to be able to customize your gun in a bit more detail. What do I mean by a bit more detail? Well, I'm not talking about camouflages and little trinkets you can hang off your gun. I'm talking about a variety of different attachments, underslung grenade launchers, various different sights that you can put on your gun, like canted sights, whether that's a higher magnification scope that is on the side of a rail on the side of your gun, or whether that's a delta sight on the side of your gun, or canted irons. It's going to be a variety of different attachments coming to the game in the future, as well as a variety of different weapons that they are working on. If you actually are in the Battlebit Remastered Discord, which is linked in the description below with a variety of different Battlebit social medias, I recommend that if you're not in the Discord, you do join the Discord. It's linked in the description below, but they have a developments chat, and in that chat they post a variety of different things regarding the development of Battlebit, various different screenshots of weapons that are being made, models, also maps that are being made, various different videos of time lapses, for example, if they're modeling a weapon or if they're making a new map, depending on who's working on what. It looks like there's going to be a variety of different new content that's going to be added to Battlebit Remastered in the future. But yeah, Battlebit is alive, it's still being developed, there is a lot of love and passion going into Battlebit, and it is in a really iffy state at the moment in terms of the network infrastructure and netcode being completely reworked from the ground up. Brand new netcode that obviously is going to take some time to be fully flushed out and polished, and that's going to take a couple of weeks, maybe a month, but hopefully Battlebit could be ready and could hopefully release on Steam in the next 6 months. It all depends. Battlebit has been ready to launch on Steam before, but then has been pulled from Steam in order to test the game further, and hopefully eventually it sees a Steam release, but only time will tell. But I thought I'd make this video to let people know that Battlebit is still being developed, it's still alive, it's still working, and hopefully it's going to be one of the best low poly first person shooters on the market. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did in fact enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like. Unfortunately, if you didn't enjoy this video, there's always a dislike button, and as always, if you'd like to see more content like this or more content by me, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video.